give the seed. And today, our speaker spark is going by Ula. How do you say your real name?
Lucyna.
Lucyna? Okay. Well, Ula comes to us from Poland. And she shared with me in a conversation that she came initially to help her sister, who was getting her PhD at Cornell, take care of her children. And that brought her to the States. But she had a lot of different experiences as a child. And I guess you said you were made fun of on occasion or bullied, as some other people have known. Had that experience themselves. And so she was awakening, even though she didn't know it, to her spirituality. And that's one thing we're about here, is to share our awakening experiences. And she's going to tell you more about her in-depth experiences, one which was triggered when she had a serious car accident. At how old? How old were you? Don't remember. She had a serious car accident and some awakening experience. No, you're shaking your head. You'll explain it. Okay. So Ula has become deeply involved in a mystery school tradition, which she'll share with us. And some of you might have seen her write up on on our website. But Ula's going to be speaking as soon as I finish.
Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Good to be back. I believe I was here in October last year. And it's so good to be in such a loving community with open, not just minds, but open hearts, because that is where our real power truly resides, in our heart. And the open heart is the most powerful tool that we have. So when we do unite with our hearts, we are unstoppable. We access that soul connection to spirit, to the infinite. But it might be challenging in this world. Why are we here? Have you asked yourself these existential questions? What am I? Who am I? Why am I here? What's going on? I mean, I find myself more often than not, it's just like, what? Why? How? And then, okay, I can figure this out. I got this. And if I don't, just like, oh, I need help. Okay, Wonder Woman, get help. There are good people around that would gladly share their wisdom with me or skill. There is support. But as we already heard, well, there is the visible support and invisible support. Where do I look and how do I look and what do I do when I do find that support? For me, the lessons were about worthiness, deserving support, and working from fullness, from my inner peace, my stability. Because I've learned what it's like to feel empty and share empty, pretending to be full. Well, the results were sort of there, but not long lasting. So I wanted to understand what's going on. I like lasting. I like good results. But I wanted to understand how to sustain it. I was a happy child. I had invisible friends that brought me gifts, physically, feathers, crystals, waved flowers at me. Like, I thought everybody had that. Not so much. I was brought up Catholic. I was a weird child. And I did not feel safe in church. I was good for the first 15 minutes because we were singing and dancing and welcoming bye angels. And then I still remember looking up at my mom and dad. It's like, okay, we're done. Can we go home? No, we can't. But then at home, I was good. We had love. We had respect. We had good food, good water, good air, good company. Mom was a holistic pharmacist. Dad was a holistic vet. Beautiful. And I'm so grateful. But how do I find who I am in this world and what my purpose is? Why am I here? Yes, mom and dad took care of me, but they were busy. My journey, my responsibility, and my accountability. So that was the journey from pretty much birth. I was told that I act like a little grown-up, welcoming guests and serving them tea at the age of 3 as I go and fetch my parents. Well, I walked at the age of 6 months. So I was in a hurry somewhere. And then life was interesting. Then I sort of immigrated to this country. New language, new culture, new way to grow and hurt myself and heal and try not to be stupid and surround myself with wisdom. So that is what brought me to understanding languages and wanting to learn them, not just the languages as we speak, but look for that language in elements, in frequencies, in vibrations, in numbers, in sound, in colors. I might be distracted, it's like, okay, don't, okay, easy. Because I want the power of joy to fill me and heal me. And I want to overflow with it and share that with the world. So I don't feel empty. Because joy is a creative force. And I want to access it with as much purity, open path, and bring it and share it. So the talk today is about bringing light, bringing powers to create. Well, what do I want to create? And why do I want to create that? And those are some of the questions we all ask ourselves. It is a journey of knowing ourselves enough to want to be here, to want to have fun being here, and allow the blessings of this world to really connect to our body, to our heart, mind, soul, and spirit. Spirit is hanging out there. You gotta sort of get connected. This is sort of our holy container. Limitations. So gotta move, gotta take care of it, because that's all we've got. And if that's working better, that's working better. And everything that we create works better. So how about those miracles? A language of miracles? A little miracle, medium miracle, huge miracle. It's for us to create, share, experience, and make more. Now, how do we do that? What is the language of miracles? What is the language of my presence, my body, my heart, my love, my joy? Since I love languages, I like words. Words have power, voice, as magic is spoken. And we've all experienced energy healing, energy transmissions, energy flow inside, outside. Do we feel safe? Not always. Do we feel powerful? Not always. And that is why I want to encourage everyone to look for that, because there is many ways to help ourselves feel that joy, feel that love, feel that safety in ourselves, as within, so without, as above, so below, allowing wisdom to find us. Because that's what happened with this path. It's not up on me. I was also part of the Kabbalah Center in Ardmore. I was 3 years old. Yay. Looked up at my mom. It's like, Mom, I need to study Kabbalah. What's that? Oh, Mom, I need to go to the Amazon to thank Mother Nature for making oxygen for us. Where is Amazon? Okie dokie. I did both. Got Amazon, studied Kabbalah, Hermetic Ray, Universal Kabbalah. So I wanted to find the purest, most effective ways to find that wisdom, to find that power to help myself and help this world, because I knew there was a higher intelligence. I knew there were invisible good beings trying to guide me and help me. And of course, I messed up. I was challenged. And that's how I navigated. Just like, well, this world doesn't make sense to me. I don't make sense. How do I find someone who's going to help me make sense? Because that feels good. And there comes the path and the lineage of King Solomon. Little phone call about a spiritual film I was showing, telling me she and her daughter are going to study Universal Kabbalah 7 miles away from me in 2 hours. And my crown went bunkers. Like, okay. That's a touchy-feely sign that I better not ignore because it might be important. And the miracle happened. Registration was 2 weeks prior to the class. Well, mine was 2 hours. And I made it happen because I showed up. I made the effort. I offered an investment of my time and money to study something that I felt called to do because it was speaking to my soul. And I have not looked back because so much, I'm kinesthetic, so much energy and power came through my light body, my physical body. There was no way I could make this up. So I knew it was authentic because I want to be authentic. Yes, I will pretend that I'm in a better mood than I am if I need to show up and serve. But I'd much rather shift what I need to shift before I am asked to show up and share from the fullness. And this path helps me do that because this lineage was given and perfected technology to turn on our divine codes in our blueprint, the light body that we all have, and technology to access help from our spiritual support system. We call it the hierarchy of light, the army of beings created just to help us, not just function, but thrive in this realm. Bringing light. I'm bringing light. Wait a minute. So why am I bringing light? There's no light here. What's going on? And do I bring light from somewhere, or am I creating light and bringing it? Whoa. Okay, somebody help me understand. Well, I got my answers, and they were the best answers I have received. I think I was 40. Oh, who cares? I found them. Or the path found me because I was ready. Because I've studied a lot, I've experienced quite a bit, and I was ready. But what am I ready? Just to make sense out of myself? Yeah, well, that's a good start. But then make sense out of myself and how I fit into this world and how this world fits into cosmos and the universe and other universes. I got the map and the keys to work with the creative forces directly, to work with the masters directly, to work with my guides directly. Well, that shifts things, don't you think? If I take it seriously, if I use the tools to maintain my open codes. I have shared this technology with my family. Initially, woohoo, and then because there was no maintenance. Because there was loving exchange without taking it seriously. So yes, a map, keys, and effort. And often we hear the word sacrifice. Universe runs on exchange. If we do not share, then we just work with entitlement. And unfortunately, that's a lot of pollution. If it comes to God, from God, it has to be free. Well, let's judge by the results that we are getting in life. If it works, great. If it doesn't, well, we got to do something different. And allow that to be the language that proves to us things are working. The language of my love that I want to share with the world. My joy that I want to inspire with. My inner peace and my presence that can be that calming blessing for the mind, for the heart, for the body. So from that calmness, we can be discerning, we can have clarity, we can have better access to wisdom. We already have a lot of it, but there seems to be some interference here and there, or a lot. The lineage is sharing the teachings of Hermes, Hermetica, Hermetics. And that was given to us before the religions really took off. So I've studied religions, I've experienced philosophies. And then when I found this, it was just like, whoa, okie dokie, I guess I'm ready. Deeper, stronger, definitely making more sense. The map to navigate the universe and my place in it. Yes, pieces of the puzzle. Amen. A little from this, little, and I could then, without judgment, understand how this philosophy has those pieces and that philosophy has those, and this religion tries to work with this wisdom and that religion, but they were not together. I had to heal guilt and shame. We all have spiritual DNA. We all have ancestral codes that we are working with and healing and introducing. So when this lineage told me, it's like, oh yeah, we bring light to your DNA and then it affects past generations. And it will affect future generations. I was like, what? Well, that'd be cool. Really? Test it out. Test it out. And I have experienced this because the teachings are experiential. I've taken lots of seminars. So I show up for classes here, just like, whoa, okay. Not a seminar company. Nobody is asking me to come back. Nobody is asking me to, buy a series of things. It's like, it's the opposite. Okay, thanks for showing up. You got your tools. Fix your life. See ya. Come back when you're ready. Okay, that's a little different, but I liked it because it had put responsibility onto me to be accountable, to be authentic. And if I want more, I know where to find it. And it's still like that. And it is about readiness, willingness, and ability to have that courage to grow and heal, to be victorious. It's about victory. We have so much encouragement to be victims in this world for me. And so many judgments that lead to division, arrogance, entitlement, ignorance, not blissful at all. So thank you for creating such a safe, inviting, inclusive, loving community, because that's how we heal. And that's what we can choose to share with the world. That makes sense to me and probably to a lot of you. But how do we share it with the world? That's why I've witnessed the growth of this lineage and how authentic it is and how it resolves conflicts with peaceful, powerful, consistent way of sharing the light. Some of the teaching of Hermes are about we only have two sins. Like, okay. Do you know what they are? Nope. Separateness because we forget we are God. Sparks. Choose to be here, experience, learn, grow. Train to become masters of light. In training or in school, I'd be learning. What do you think number 2 might be? Someone mentioned hate. Why do we hate?
Ego.
Which one?
On your thing.
Well, this is the world of duality, contradictions, frustration. So there is positive ego and there is exactly. So which one is talking? And how do I control my conversation, my language? And if I don't like what I'm hearing, how do I align? Because it is about alignment. Alignment with my peace, alignment with my passion, alignment with my purpose, alignment with creative forces, the quantum realm, and what, 99.99 empty space that contains all of the potential. Unlimited potential is like, whoa, mind blown again. How do I reconcile that thing? My world, my reality. Well, I do, because I do have tools to deal with my overwhelm. Sometimes it's a second, sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's a month. But with open codes and clear access to wisdom and power, and my effort, I still have to do the prayers and the rituals. And what I have the authority to do, because I chose to open my codes. I look back and it's just like, of course I do, because I taught basic, like the computer language. I could barely speak, well, okay, I could always speak English, but I didn't know that written English in college was very different than spoken English. And I think Professor thought I was making fun of him. Oh, that's a Christian right there. And allow that to be inspiration to, okay, I gotta do more, I gotta catch up. Language, human language, language of nature, language of God, Him. The lineage gave me prayers in so many different languages. I'm like a kid in the candy store. That was your metaphor when we chatted. Because, and those are healthy candy. Best there is. Because they help me bring light, fill up, and share. Allow the blessings that are here. Allow those in disguise to become visible, touchable, so I can connect with all my 10 senses. Did you know we have 10 senses? So much fun to learn and test it out and prove it to myself. Wow.
So what are the other ones we're done?
We work with elemental forces. We have power in our aura. There are magnetic senses. We have our brain is focusing on other things, but that's what this lineage gives me. It helps me understand what I work with and how that works with that and that and that. And I was like, yay. Give me more, because I want more. I consider that to be the best belief I can have. I want more light. I want more joy. I want more action to share goodness, create goodness in the world. Is somebody keeping time?
Yes.
2 minutes, okay, all right, just sensing.
You felt it.
I, 2 hours to sneak up on me, 2 minutes. My sacred number is 11, so 2 is, yeah, my guiding, balancing, okay, 2 feet, stable, strong. I just want the better alignment, because from that better alignment, I create good, faster, with more fun. And I want to be that powerhouse of goodness, making a difference just by with my presence. I like showing up and suddenly everybody is smiling. Not suddenly, but it's just like, okay, it's working, it's working. And we all can choose to train. I trained in hugs. Yeah, but it is to have that open heart without judgment. Oh yeah, sin number 2, we judge it. And with that judgment, we bring our energy